Ondo 2020. INEC marks 270 Ondo coastal polling units as flash points. As part of its preparations towards a peaceful election in Ondo State on October 10th, the Independent National Electoral Commission says it has enlisted the help of the military, police, and other security agencies to flush out threats to the peaceful conduct of the exercise, especially in the creeks and other black spots in the state. The commission noted that there were 62 creeks and more than 270 polling units in the riverine areas of Ese, Edo, and Ilaje local government area of the state. INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman of its Information and Voters Education Committee, Festus Okoye, told Saturday Punch in an interview on Friday that the commission was in touch with the Nigerian Navy and the Marine Police to protect and escort the commission's personnel and materials to the difficult terrains. He added that the commission will leave no stone unturned to prevent rigging and violence in the election. In previous elections in the state, the riverine communities had often been identified as flashpoints, given the peculiarity of the terrain, as security agents often encountered difficulties in navigating the terrain. But in a bid to ensure a peaceful exercise in the flashpoints, Okoye said, the police, navy, and other security agencies have been mandated to engage in clearance operations and flush out groups and individuals that threaten the peace of the state and the electoral process, especially in the creeks and other black spots. The security agencies will carry out mop-up operations, deploy adequate platforms, and conduct massive show of force, especially in identified flashpoints. We will continue to appeal to the political parties and the candidates to eschew violence. Meanwhile, Saturday Punch gathered that each polling unit is usually manned by between 4 and 5 election officers. Thus, given that there are no fewer than 270 polling units in the riverine areas out of the 3,009 in the state, the number of staff in the area would be about 1,080. Okoye added, Section 29 of 3 of the Electoral Act 2010 and as amended gives the Commission power to request the assistance of any section of the armed force for the delivery and protection of its staff and materials during election. We shall therefore request for the assistance of the Navy for escort in the riverine areas, and the Army will block the entrance and exit out of Ondo State on Election Day. Meanwhile, the director of programs, Yiga Africa, a popular election observer group, Cynthia Umbamalu, said previous election observation reports revealed that elections in riverine areas were usually susceptible to rigging due to poor logistic management, threat to life, violence, and non-compliance with INEC guidelines. She said in the 2016 governorship election in the state, Yiga Africa's Watching the Vote received most of its critical incidents from Ilaje local government, one of the riverine local government areas. She added, to avoid election fraud and manipulation in this election, we need better coordination between the security agencies and INEC to ensure that effective security is provided for the INEC and polling officials for the safe and early deployment of materials to polling units and in securing the polling officials and polling units on election day. This would include ensuring that there is an effective transport plan that has proper security for the movement of personnel and materials to polling units in the riverine areas. The security agencies, especially the police, should ensure effective and sufficient deployment of professional personnel to the polling units in riverine local government areas and the local government areas already identified as hotspots and flashpoints. Calling on INEC to ensure consistency in the application of its guidelines and ensure the use of the Z-Pad to upload the result sheet on INEC result viewing portal, she added, INEC and the police need to ensure that any of their officials involved in electoral fraud faces disciplinary actions and that electoral offenders are arrested and prosecuted. Finally, INEC should ensure that all its personnel deployed are adequately insured. Also, the director, Center for Democracy and Development, Idayat Hassan called on INEC to know that not just political thugs pose a threat to election in the riverine areas. Militants and court members were also culpable. She added, on deployment of logistics, INEC must make special plans to ensure that materials arrive on time in these riverine areas to prevent apprehension. Secondly, in previous elections, the results from the Ilaje and Esedo were often the last to arrive at the collation center. It is imperative that INEC use her new technology on result collation to ensure transparency, so in these difficult areas, results may be quickly uploaded. This timely upload will be of immense benefit. There is also the need of security deployment to protect materials and personnel. It is important to note that in the area that is not just political thugs, an election is contending with. Militants, court members, and some stakeholders are also threats. We don't need deployment in numbers. Effective and non-partisan deployment is key. Also, the convener, Coalition in Defense of Nigerian Democracy and Constitution, Ariyo Daire Atoye, called for surveillance in the air and water in the coastal area. He added, every INEC staff that will be posted to these riverine areas and other sensitive locations must be kitted with a technological device that can trigger necessary alarm in central location in Akure and Abuja once there is a major incident or danger is cited. Since it is a three-horse race in the state, tension should lessen ahead of the election, but nothing can be taken away from desperate politicians. INEC must call for and ensure security surveillance on water and in the air around the riverine areas. In a related development, Okoye said that 17 candidates and other political parties that will participate in the exercise will sign a peace accord on Tuesday, adding that 16 of the candidates are male while only one is female. He added that the candidates and the political parties will sign the peace accord on Tuesday, October 6, 2020, and the commission would also hold a major stakeholders meeting within the same period. We have met with the Council of Traditional Rulers in Ondo State, and INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakub has urged them to use their powerful voices and moral and traditional authority to impress on the parties and candidates to embrace peace. Meanwhile, amid the incidents of violence during the ongoing electioneering, Okoye said INEC will continue to appeal to political parties and their candidates to eschew violence. So guys, INEC, they are doing all they need to do. It's been one suggestion that have been put before them that will be of key. There should be surveillance. They can use drones as well to monitor the area, since they know very well that the riverine area, they are really hot spots and flashpoints. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think down below in the comment section. Thank you once again. Please, if you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. Till I come your way again, bye for now and God bless.